Hello, I'm Sophia, and welcome to this short demonstration on how to sign up for CPMS 2.0. Please note that this system is still under development, so some of the items shown may be subject to minor changes in upcoming releases. With that said, let's get started. In order to request access, you need to have an EU login. If you do not already have one, click on the link on the main page, which will take you directly to the registration. The request for access will be initiated automatically when you log in the first time. There are 3 steps to go through. In the first part, you are asked to select which role you will have in CPMS, either clinician or assistant. The clinician role is the standard profile for a doctor working in CPMS. The role allows you to enroll patients into CPMS, open and close discussions, and create and conduct meetings. The assistant can effectively do the same things, however only on behalf of a clinician within his or her own centre whom he or she is assisting. In other words, assistants cannot enrol their own patient, nor can they be point-of-care specialists or record lead to a patient. All actions they take on discussions will be labelled with "on behalf of" and the name of the doctor they are assisting. The only exception is setting up meetings, which they can do without it having to be on behalf of someone else. The next part is where you select whether your centre is an ERN member or not. If your centre is a member, you are asked to select the ERN you are requesting access to. If it is not a member, you are instead asked to select which ERN invited you to request access, and also to enter the name of your hospital. In this example, I will go with a request where the centre is an ERN member. I will come back to the other option later in this video. The next part is related to the clinical focus of the requester. First, you need to select whether your care focus is pediatric, adult, or both. Then, you select your profession from the drop-down list. Next is the thematic areas. Here, you select the primary and secondary thematic area that your clinical work in CPMS is focused on. You can select as many as you like. Finally, there is a free text box where you can write, in your own words, what your specific research and clinical focus is and for which you feel competent to give advice on. The last step is a summary of everything you have entered. You can press edit if something is not accurate, and you will be taken back to that part. Please note that the phone number is not editable. It is automatically pulled from your EU login, so if it needs to be changed, you have to do it directly in EU login. It cannot be modified in CPMS. When you click Submit, the request is generated, and the admins within the ERN will be notified by email. When an ERN administrator logs into the admin part of CPMS, they will be able to see any pending sign-up requests. If they click on the request, they will be able to see everything the requester entered. They can also edit some of the information. This is to avoid the administrator having to reject the request in the event that the requester made an error when going through the process. Assuming everything is fine, the administrator can click on Approve, and the requester will be able to log into CPMS. As mentioned, I would like to quickly go back to the option whereby a requester would like to request access to CPMS, but who is not from a hospital that is an ERN member. This is what is referred to as guest access, and in this scenario, you select the ERN you would like to have access to. You enter the name of your hospital and the country. The remaining part of the request is exactly the same as the one we saw earlier, meaning you need to enter your clinical focus, profession, primary and secondary thematic areas. Where there is a difference is in the admin part, because when the ERN administrator is going to approve this request, he or she needs to select the profile. When speaking about guest access, there are 2 possibilities: extended non-ERN clinician or limited non-ERN clinician. The difference lies in the profile's ability to enroll patients. The limited non-ERN clinician does not have this option, where the extended one does. The last thing I wanted to show is mainly for administrators. Someone with the ERN admin profile can create users by themselves. In order to do so, in the Manage Users menu, there is a button labeled Create User. In order to set up the user, they need to have all the information that the user would have entered by themselves had they gone through the sign-up process. Once the user has been created, their status remains as pending until they log in for the first time, at which point they appear as active. And on that note, I am finished with my small tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact our support desk.